Welcome, everyone, to the Transformation Nurse Academy podcast. This is our weekly episode, Talk with Kevin, where we cover topics for all nursing fields with extra emphasis on emergency and critical nursing. Get ready for candid discussions that explore the vast landscape of nursing and beyond.
All right, welcome everybody back to the Transformation Nurse Academy podcast. I'm your host, Kevin. I appreciate you guys listening. This is our episode for the week, but don't forget to listen to the episode for the Central California Oncology Nurses Symposium. They're going to have a symposium on November the 9th, so don't forget to follow that and listen to that. This episode we're going to follow up on is what we've been continuing on. You know, I've been listening to the Jack Canfield success principles and then living the 30-day guide to the success principles. So I'm trying to find a way to help you, just like I'm doing my own journey. I created your goal journey. I created your damn, I can't even think. I'm having a brain fart today. I created a couple of journals for you. You know, you can go to transformationnurseacademy.com and they're all free. But, you know, I created, I think it was a week or two ago. I can't even remember how long it was. But I created the goal journal. I also created the gratitude reflections, a journey to purpose and empowerment. So we're going to keep continuing on this. I'm going to go through every chapter. And then we're going to talk about, remember we talked about accepting 100% responsibility and then decide what you want. But this week, we're going to talk about believe it's possible. So, you know, you got to take responsibility for the things that you've done in your life. You know, reflect on how taking responsibility empowers your growth. It's a mental shift from reacting to life circumstances to creating intentional change. So when we take full ownership of our lives, we're no longer at the mercy of external factors. But you got to connect it to belief. You know, you got to know that believing it is possible, that change is possible by taking responsibility. So without belief, all your efforts kind of feel hollow. So you got to make sure that you take responsibility, but know that what you're doing, you're building the laws of attraction, you're using the laws of attraction to take responsibility, decide what you want, but you got to believe it. You can't just, you know, and you got to do the work. So we want to make sure that you have a good time here. So, you know, what are some things that you can do to believe? So, you know, you write down goals. You know, I'm doing my vision journal. I wrote down my goals. I wrote a $100 million check. You know, I wrote it so I could see it. So, you know, what are some things that you can do to try to get your beliefs up? You know, think about some things that you're doing in your brain. Think about some things that you did in your past that are keeping you from believing. You know, like in the book, The Success Principles, Jack talks about you know, growing up as a religious person, even me, you know, money's the root of all evilness. I don't deserve this. You know, money corrupts. The rich trying to get over on the poor. You know, these are just things that we were taught that are not true. Those are the things that we're holding back. So I encourage you to list 3 limiting beliefs that you have about money and success, and then reframe them into empowering statements. So, for example, I don't have enough experience. You can change that to I'm gaining the experience I need every day to become successful, right? So these are things that you can do that you can try to change the way you believe in stuff. Because if you don't believe in what we're doing here, then, you know, it's going to be hard. But you got to believe that you can do this, because if I can do it, I know that other people can do it. So you got to make sure that you have that faith in yourself. So think about this. I'll give you another statement. I don't have the resources I need to make this happen. You can change that into I am a resourceful person, and I can find creative ways to access what I need. Another limiting belief could be it's too late for me to start something new. Change that into every day is a new opportunity to take steps towards what I want. Another belief that you may have is something that says I always fail when I try new things. Change that into I'm building confidence with every step I take outside my comfort zone. So these are kind of, you know, limiting belief statements that you have, and just reprogram yourself and reprogram these statements into positive. Because if you're always putting out negative thoughts into the universe, that's what you're going to get back. And we're trying to prevent that. We're trying to put you to get positive thoughts out there. We're trying to build a mental picture, see one, do one, teach one. That's what I'm working on now with you. So you got to get rid of your limiting beliefs. You got to build a foundation of belief. So what are some small wins that you have achieved in the past? So write down on a piece of paper, start back from grade school until today, and write down even the smallest. I made an A in math, things that you can do. So you got to think about things that you can do to, um, have these small achievements, because once you create these small achievements can give you um, bigger achievements and help you believe and change the way your subconscious is thinking about your limiting beliefs. So you got to make sure that you can get rid of those limiting beliefs, so that way you're not always talking shit about yourself. And we're bad at this. So things about this. So what challenges have you overcome that once seemed impossible? These are some questions that you could write down. When have you surprised yourself by achieving something you thought was out of reach? What compliments or feedback have you received from other people? Write these down, read them, write them down and read them. Have you grown from your past mistakes or failures? And what strengths have you developed as a result? What are some skills that you mastered that you thought was once difficult or intimidating? What are people in your life? What do they believe in you, and how does their belief, reflect that this is true? So, these are things that you can write down to help try to limit your, limiting beliefs and stuff. And then I want you to create a vision board or a mental picture, because not only when you write it down does it help you change the way you feel and believe, but write a vision board. Write down what your beliefs are after you change your limiting beliefs into the positive beliefs, and then get pictures. Go get magazines, cut out pictures. This is what I need you to do, so that way not only did you write it down, you read it to yourself, but now you're getting pictures that you can put in your vision journal. So that way it helps. So, for example, if you want a nice house, write down exactly what you want. I want a 5-bedroom house, 3-car garage. I want a beautiful front yard. Be specific, and then go cut out a picture and put that in your vision journal. So if fear or doubt were no longer a factor, what would your dream look like? Write down what your specific goals are and what would you do to pursue those goals. And then what impact would you have on others or in your community if you reach those goals? How would you spend your days if you were living your dream? What does financial freedom mean to you, and how could it change your lifestyle? What kind of work or projects would fulfill you mostly and stuff? These are 3 questions that we worked on recently that I'm working on with the staff here and working with myself. These are 4 questions that another book I'm listening to, Jack, or maybe it's in the Success Principles, but it's from the Dan Sullivan Strategic Coaching book that he read, and I haven't started reading it yet. But it says, if we were meeting 3 years from today, what would you have happen in order for you to feel free and feel happy and feel like you made progress? What are the biggest dangers that you will have to face and deal with in order to achieve this progress? What are the biggest opportunities that you have, and what would you need to focus on and capture those things? And then what would you do, and what kind of help and resources would you need to maximize, and the skills to maximize to reach to capture those opportunities? So these are things you should write down in your personal goals and your journals, your gratitudes. So that way we can work on creating and getting rid of the limiting beliefs and start building a foundation of belief with your vision board and your mental picture, right? I encourage you to use visual techniques. Envision your goals, see what you're doing, live them, mentally rehearse them, talk to somebody about them, share them with somebody, right? As you create a vision board and images that represent the goals you meet, and look at it every day and read it every day, I want you to watch how your dreams become true and your fears go away. So you got to overcome your doubts and fears. What are your biggest doubts in achieving your goals? What's holding you back? How can you counter these doubts and with positive affirmations and stories from people that have told you, what you've done right, or other people that have overcome these challenges? So I encourage you to, reach out to us, share your stories about things that you've overcome, or share your stories about your doubts, so we can help help you overcome your self-doubt. It's an ongoing process. It's not going to be easy. It's a lot of hard work. So one action that you can take today that aligns with your beliefs and your own success is write these down, get a vision board, and put a picture to what your goals are and be as specific as possible. And then how would you hold yourself accountable for taking consistent steps to meeting your challenge and meeting your vision? So what I propose is a 7-day challenge where you take one small action each day to build momentum and affirm your beliefs that it's possible, even if it's a small step. So if someone's aspiring to advance their career, this might include networking, reading a relevant article, joining an organization, setting a specific achievable milestone goal that you can see and feel and accomplish in a short period of time to help build this momentum. These daily steps can help you reinforce by building and aligning your actions with your thoughts, your process, and your beliefs. Because if you're not able to build this, by believing in yourself, then you're not going to be able to succeed if you don't get rid of those limiting beliefs. So, once again, we talked about responsibility. We talked about what you want, decide what you want, and then build on your dreams. Belief is a fuel that turns your dreams into reality. So, we want to make sure that you take responsibility. We know your purpose. We want you to know what you want, decide what you want, and then truly believe and live your vision. So as you move forward, consider what small steps you can take today to reinforce those beliefs. Embrace the setback as lessons and opportunities to grow and learn. Celebrate your wins. Surround yourself with people and the practices that support your goals. If people aren't there to support you, then kick them to the curb. You want to be around people that are positive, that's going to help you change your way that you think and believe. Imagine what you can accomplish if you truly believe it's possible. So by believing, you're not just dreaming, you're preparing to achieve. So ask yourself every day, what could I accomplish if I truly believe in my own potential? And just take one step forward, and your journey of possibility, it's already begun right here with Transformation Nurse Academy podcast. All right, you guys, I really appreciate you. I hope you learned a lot. I'm here for you. I know this episode is short this week, but we have the other episode as well for the Central Valley, California Central Valley on the College of Nurses Symposium, November the 9th, Piccadilly Inn. So don't forget that. Next week, we're going to go on to, I'll show you next week what we're going to do here. Let me look. I got to open my book here because I don't have these chapters memorized. So next week, we're going to be moving on to believe in yourself. So this week was believe it's possible. Next week's going to be believe in yourself. And we're just going to keep building on. And we're going to go through every chapter of this book. And I encourage you to buy the book so you can listen to it, so you can work with me together. All right, you guys, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Peace, bitches. Have a great week. Believe in yourself.
Don't miss out. Engage with us weekly. Share your thoughts. And let's transform the nursing landscape together.